Hello everyone, this is Alashola. Wonderful having you guys here. Beautiful people. Hold on a sec. In this video, I'm going to be talking about uh, one of our queen. In Yoruba, she's a heroine also. Uh, Hold on a second. What's happening here? The one and only Moremi Ajasoro. In this video, because I'm sure that there's a lot of different versions about her tale, what happened, back in those days. But in my video, I'm not in competition with anybody. You see, if your version, if you hear or if you know of a different version than the one that I'm going to be talking about here, then that's good for you. You see, the one I don't like is people coming under my videos, typing, rubbish. To be honest with you, obviously. Hi everyone, lovely have you guys here, beautiful people. Today we're going to be talking about Moremi Ajasoro. I'm going to kick in Yoruba here and there, because I'm talking about Yoruba queen here today. And so I can see my sisters there, Dotun Odutayo, lovely have you guys here. Emmanuel Omio Oreyeye Oshanagbewa Akodun Akuyedu. You see, like I said in this video, the detail that I got that I'm going to be talking about here, each and every time that I come out and on my on this platform, I'm not here to say that, oh, I know it all, blah blah blah. It's the one that I believe is correct. A lot of the time is from Ifa, Odu-Ifa. You see, because I'm Omo Ifa, and also I'm a spiritualist in that sense, in the Sheshe. You see, so majority of the tales or there are stuff that are been told by Orunmila, according to Ifa verses. You see, so if somebody now knew about other version, well, that's good for you. You see, but what I do not appreciate is somebody coming to round my video. Oshun is this and that. Good luck to you. You can believe. Everyone has to believe whatever it is that they want to believe. And if you don't really like the way that I've done it, then you can. You've got a mobile also. You can come out and do your own live, and then come out here, and we'll all learn from that also. You see. So I just thought I would say this before I start this video. Wonderful have you guys here, beautiful people. Me do láti rí yín mi. Aku summertime, we're London la wa mi báyìí. We're in London here. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ Agbewa o. You see, I could see my sisters there, my brothers there, wonderful people. Lovely have you guys here. This is Alashola. So like I said, today we'll be talking about Moremi Ajasoro. Now, she was Moremi. She was a queen. In Yoruba in Ile-Ife back in those days. Actually I've got the centuries but I think what really is the fact that she was a queen, the way she lived her life was enough worth talking about. But for me, I think it was she paid the biggest sacrifice. That one that I, as a person, I cannot do it for what? You see, and I totally understand that, and that doesn't mean I don't love my tribe, you see, but what I'm saying is, if you look back now and then, even Yatoshi and Kobai, someone that, she gave up so much, if you look back in history, Kelowo Ile Yoruba, I think it's only recently that Onirisha did a, I think it was a statue or something that he put up, which was a fantastic idea that he did. But I think prior to that, no one ever mentioned her name. No one. In fact, I think the last time that before that was when we were in secondary school, and then I think we Yoruba drama. That was where I think that was the first time we come across, and in the palace, Moremi Ajasoro, there was this song. I always find it what's it all about her. You see, but prior to I think Onirisha putting up that structure that he did for her, I believe no one has ever done anything. It's almost as if she never existed. And if you look back at, I'm not, people will say, oh, Alashola, you're always about being feminist. It's not about that. My life is about a balance. If find balance in whatever it is that we are doing, because when you see our mothers, what they gave up, the way that they live their lives, you see, and then giving zero respect, zero acknowledgement, zero nothing of gratitude. For me, I always find that difficult to understand. And also, even now, when you ask me, obviously I am Omo Yamis, and I'm not very proud of my Yamis. And I always say to my Yamis that, look, all of these things that I understand the way you were doing it before. I'm not here to rock the boat. But the world is changing, and it's time we all change with it. If you are doing something, whatever it is that you are doing for anyone, and you do not appreciate you, then stop doing it. If you want to you see, all of this, if you have children that do not appreciate you and you keep doing, the moment you stop receiving, that's when you stop giving. You see, because when you look back at, the way our mothers, I can talk about my mother. Some people, they do not have a good relationship with their mom. So probably they may not appreciate what a mother is. But I can't, me personally, what I have in relationship from the day I was born, even from when they've conceived me up to this very moment, I found it, it's like a privilege. They've loved me, they continue to love me, to support me, to be there for me. Whichever way that I'm going wrong, they will come, and tell me, Aboruboye, that, oh, Omo, do it like this, do it like that. You see, they've always been there for me. And so when I love them immensely. So if they and just like an example of this, our mother that we're going to be talking about here today, Moremi Ajasoro, and one do not appreciate them. I find it difficult to be able to want to relate with such people, because this person is, even animals gone. When you see the cat and our cubs, or you see the way Tomashen Kakiri, you see, let alone our tapera, we human beings. So that's what I was going to say before I start this video. So from what we were told, the Ayaba Moremi lived in the 12th century and originally hailed from Ofa. So she eventually married. She lived her life at Lefe, but I think she was from Ofa. And then Moremi Ajasoro was a legendary Yoruba queen and folks heroine in the Yoruba land region of present southwestern Nigeria. That is our Yoruba. You see, Moremi Ajasoro was married to Oromiyan. Oromiyan, he was a heir to the king of Ife. That was the founding father of Yoruba Oduduwa. So obviously Omoba Lofe, you don't know Papa Dioba. But all of this, I thought I would say this before actually going to what she did, just give you a bit of intro of what came to be, what happened, and how it did. Yoruba language, because it has to do it. Baba me, I try to do it in Yoruba language, but to be honest, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I also have my brothers and sisters, families, all over the world, in Americans, that they don't not understand Yoruba, you see. And so if I just come here and just speak Yoruba throughout, then it's not being fair, because I have all of my, to be honest, family. They're my family now, that we were on the same journey, on the same path of spirituality, or nothing, you see. And so if I start to just speak Yoruba throughout in my videos, it would be, I did that at the beginning, if you check on my YouTube channel, but there was a lot of opinion from people, and I thought, look, some of them, they said they don't understand, they want to know about Ifa, they want to know about this and that, you see. So I thought, look, when I'm doing the videos, I'm probably going to speak a lot of English, but I'll kick in Yoruba here and there, you see. So I'm really sorry about that. Baba mi amani, so if I'm not speaking Yoruba, but please bear with me, guys, Baba Emma Binu. So as I was saying before Baba came in there, Ile-Ife at the time was said to be at war with an adjoining tribe who were known to them as forest people. So it was during there was I think a neighboring town was at war with Ile-Ife when this incident happened. That Moremi sacrificed this huge. I don't know how she was able to live her life after that. Anyway, the people that Ile-Ife were fighting at the time, as history told, they were called Ugbo people. Ugbo, I think they may not be the same people with the present Ugbo, but I think they probably are the same, because even at the moment, I don't think Ugbo and Ile-Ife are really pali like that. I've never seen Onirisha and the king of Ugbo picture anywhere. You see, so I think that history is still there somehow. So, you see, scores of Ile-Ife citizens were being enslaved by these people, and because of this, they were regarded with disdain by Yorubas. Obviously, if someone's going to come into your town, like some demons, and then come and enslave your people, you're not going to like them or want to have anything good to say about them. Although the people of Ile-Ife were furious about these raids, so even though that these people will come maybe during the day or night, they just come and take their people, but there was nothing they could do. Thank you, my Babami. Thank you, Momo. I know. You see, although the people of Ile-Ife, they were furious, but taking over about these raids, they did not have the means to defend themselves at that time. This is because the invaders were seen as spirits by the people of Ile-Ife, appearing as masquerade, completely covered in raffia leaves. So these people now, when they are coming, okay, people that they're coming to fight against you. If they are human, you probably think, okay, fair enough. You might need a gun or some sort. But from what we're told, when they will come to attack Ile-Ife, these people, they will come in form of spirits. They have some, they're more like masquerade. They have like leaves, dried leaves, of course. Raffia covered their head and their body. So they want to be like a spirit, like some sort of demonic kind of spirit. You see? So that was what we're told. And so if people they found out hard to how they can defend them against such entities, because they were seen as spirits. So like I said earlier, if it was other human beings, you probably wouldn't think, okay, we're gonna get our archeries and our guns and what have you, maybe voodoo or whatever. But because when these entities will come in, they will come in form of spirit. And so Ile-Ife people, they found that difficult knowing how to defend themselves against such entities, So anyway, Moremi was a very brave and beautiful woman. So this is the queen we're talking about here today, Moremi Ajasoro. We were told that very, very beautiful, very brave, Mama Lokongon, very, very brave, who, in order to deal with the problem facing her people, pledged a great sacrifice to the spirit of the river. Is Sumirin Orisha. It's an Orisha, so that she could discover the strength of her nation enemy. So, because of the problem that was happening, so this brave, beautiful queen must have, went to this Orisha, a river Orisha, and said, look, this is the problem that her town is facing, and obviously she's the queen. She probably would not be happy seeing the king, distressed or happy, knowing what's happening around her. So I think she took it upon herself to see how she could find a solution to the problem that our city was facing. So I think that was the reason why she now approached this river Orisha. That, look, this is what's happening in my town. If if you can help out, that these enemies that are coming all the time, enslaving our people, killing and stealing and all of this, that whatever this River Orisha wanted from her, she would give the uh, River Orisha. That, so whatever it is, I think, moving forward, we're going to come to what happened, because they didn't agree that, okay, when somebody wanted something, that look, if you, hold on a second, Gabe, oh baby, please, sorry, the washing machine was, can you just let me turn it off? Thanks, sweetie. Sorry about that. the noise, thank you. Oh, sure, coming. Thanks, darling. Sorry about that. So she went to this. So it wasn't. There was no agreement on a particular something that you would give me. I think that was where, when you sit down and think about this. I was discussing this with my children the other day, and they said, "Oh, mom, she should have at least agreed on something, or on what instead of, at least then she would know if it was something that she would be able to give freely." You see, well, I said, well, fortunately, that was not the case. Anyway, Moremi is said to have been taken as a slave. So after making this path, this was it vows, you call it, a pledge, with this River Orisha, that look, if you give us victory, whatever it is that you wanted from me, now I'm more than happy to give you. When you are desperate, you see, that's why sometimes when we are looking for something, we should be careful. When you are desperate, when we are, how, because when we eventually get whatever it is that we wanted, show my what more. Will it be, worthwhile? You see. So I think she now, after she's agreed with the River Orisha, so she went back. Obviously, the Ugbo people came again, the spirit people. They came during that raid. Probably she done intentionally. She was taken as part of the slave that were enslaved from her town, Ile-Ife. So now they took her by the Ugbo people, and due to her beauty, very, very beautiful woman, brave, and beauty and estimary help, she married their ruler. So on getting to Ugbo people now, after being enslaved, obviously, I'll call it kidnapped, and then she became a slave, just like they were doing before, Ugbo people. So while over there with the Ugbo people, I mean, the king noticed her among other slaves, that look, oh my God, look at this beautiful, beautiful girl, beautiful woman, So what we were told, and from the help of this Orisha goddess, their king, the Ugbo, the enemy king, fell in love with her, and eventually he ended up marrying her. Anyway, so she obviously, she was the Ugbo king now probably got lost in her beauty, the way, and she was, so she was made as appointed as a queen. Just when we have our kings, they have all these different concubines and different wives all over the places. But from what we were told, Ayaba Moremi, she was one of actually I think the one that the head of the old queens, because she was so beautiful, and the queen and the king, their king, fell in love with her. So after familiarizing herself with the secrets of her new husband army, so while being at this where she was being, what do you call that, captive, well, I don't know how you're meant to be happy, but she was able to peel her up. So she was able to look around and see. She wanted to find out the secrets of their armies, because when they would come to Ile-Ife, the way they would dress like this masquerade, almost like a demon. They have all these dry leaves. They'll be jumping around the Ewe, and so she wanted to find out what it is exactly that's their power. While when they are coming on those raids to Ile-Ife, what would they do prior to them coming? Who are the armies? What was their power? What was it, the secret of what they were using? So after she found out all of this, she took her time, and then find out. After doing this with the secrets of her new husband army, she escaped. So she ran to Ile-Ife and revealed the secret to the Yorubas. So after knowing everything that, this is the way I think in the modern days that we live in now, that probably will not be able to happen, because I mean, well, I'll only say that because obviously those are back in the days. But from what we were told, it wasn't that the Ugbo king was weak. Also, he was against the power of the river Orisha that Moremi went to. So the Orisha said, don't worry, go over there. Whatever you are going to do, you will achieve. Everything that the purpose why you are going, everything will work out as planned. You see. So I believe that was one of the reasons why she was able to pull it up without getting into trouble herself. You see. So anyway, after she knew all the secrets, she ran back to Ile-Ife, and I told her husband, which I think was the king at the time, and then I told, this is what was happening, this is what they would do, blah blah blah. And so obviously the next raid, now when they showed up again, the Ife people, they were able to they got victory over them, because obviously they knew now they are ordinary human beings, and obviously whatever they are used to cover themselves, like leaves and whatever you call it, so they were able to knowing their secret and what have you, they got victory. And then you see, so I think that was at this stage, that was the fun part. Now the sad part now was, following the war, Moremi returned to her first husband, King Oromiyan of Ile-Ife, and later of Oyo, who immediately had her reinstated as his queen. So that's the good part. Like I said, thank God, ati borinsin, we have won, we got victory, our enemy are put to shame, blah blah blah, ati borin ati shekinikan. Now the husband Oromiyan obviously was happy, and then reinstated her back as his queen. So I'm thinking, when I got to this junction, I was thinking in my head that in the modern day that we live in now, if something like this should happen now, obviously Moremi was over there with the Ugbo king as his wife. Obviously they must have done what husband and wife are supposed to do, have intercourse, blah blah blah. So I'm thinking, if it's a modern life now, she's back home to Oromiyan, even though they got victory, would the king still see her as his wife? If you understand what I meant was, obviously he'll be thinking in his head that, okay, you are queen, you went over there, we got their secret, blah blah blah, but this Ugbo king was slept with you see. So how would he take to that? But when you look at when you talk about royalty, because that's where I was born into, they don't take into stuff like that. To them, it's all about duty. It's not about love. When you're married to royalty, it's not, forget about love. The duty, the throne come first. Everything else secondary. So I think that could be the reason why the king was able to reinstate her back as his queen, because it's almost like a business when you are running an institution like that. So she's gone to do what she was meant to do, and also obviously, so she's not going to lose her place, because she came back successful. Everything she set out to do, she accomplished. Then move straight back. So if even whatever reservation the king may have about whether the Ugbo king slept with her or not, I'm thinking that would be at the back of his mind. Obviously he's a king, but he's still human at the end of the day. But they are Orisha. But you see, I was just thinking around this area just by myself. Anyway, what then happened was, the queen now, Moremi, went back to the river goddess and asked her that, and thank her that, now they've got victory. These Ugo people, our people were able to defeat them, blah blah blah. So now, you whatever is that you wanted to, per our agreement before she left, that whatever it is that she wanted from her because of her pledge, that she's ready to pay it. Okay, so this is the sad part. And so the river Orisha said, okay, she demanded, she sacrificed her only son, Oluorogbo. That was what the Orisha, the river Orisha requested for her. And she said, Moremi, from what we were told, begged and cried, and you see, and told the river, Orisha, that look, that's her only child, that's her only son. She hasn't got any child anywhere else. How are you going to want to do that? You see, the reason why she's done whatever she did was so that one day her son will probably going to be king. So whatever challenges or whichever way she could help that institution, she's thinking, because she need to preserve it. Tori Omwe, hello, lovely to see you, Christian, lovely to see you guys, beautiful people. So so she was saying that, look, trying to reason with this. As we all know, Orishas, they don't have our feelings as humans, our emotions and how we feel about I love you, blah blah blah. It's about, you say it is, practicality of it. It's nothing about, oh, that's my son. You have no. You made a pledge. It's like a vow. If you didn't ask what it was that the river Orisha wanted, and this is a lesson for all of us here. If you are on this path of a traditionalist, if you want something from Orisha, and then maybe it's Oshun or Ifa or Ogun, or Shango, it's all Batala. You say, oh, Orisha, if you can do this, well, whatever it is that you want me to do, more than happy. I think this is a lesson for all of us here, and that's why you see me come out and talk about what's happened with our ancestors. It's so that we can sort of pick one or two lessons from it. Is it? So anyway, moving forward, so the Orisha said to Moremi that, look, that's all he wanted. You came here, you had problem, your town had problem, so you came here, you blah blah blah. If I can help you, you're more than happy to give me anything. That was what you said, isn't it? And then Moremi said yes, but the Moremi tried to bargain, cried. The first time that I heard about this, back in Africa, I actually, it was secondary school. We actually did a drama, and about it, you see. And I'm not ashamed to say that I cried. I was obviously when you have your lines where you are meant to read it, when you are doing school drama. Obviously, I was made the queen, and then when they got to this area, I just started crying, and my parents were there. You see, in the hall, I actually felt, I wasn't proud of myself that day, but you see, I later on put myself together. We were able to finish the drama at the end of the year. Drama when we invite our parents to come and we entertain them. So that was part of what it was. But when it got to this area where, because the way they constructed the drama, it made it so real. And also because when you are young, everything is magnified. It's like real in your I was obviously, like, I think second year in secondary school, so everything is like real. It was as if I was actually in it, so for now, even looking back after all these years, you see, looking at it and then going over it. That's why I said I'll come out here today and we're going to talk about this. You see, first of all, to appreciate what our ancestors, our mothers and our fathers, the sacrifices, the way that they lived their lives. Obviously, they made mistakes. What they did, lesson learned from that mistakes, so that we don't make that same mistake. So that's why most time that I'll come out, we'll talk about it. And you see, so when it got to this area now, the demand was inconceivable. And Moremi pleaded with the god for a less terrible offering. But in the end, like I said, the Orisha said no. In the end, she kept her promise and paid the price. You see, you can imagine the day that happened at Ile-Ife, they said the whole a town was in a deep sadness, mourning, and because obviously I think from what we did in the drama, what they will now take the young boy, you can imagine, into the river, and the middle of it they will just leave him in the middle of it. You see, that was for me. It was obviously when we didn't go to the river. I mean, the drama took place in our secondary school. We have the drama hall, blah blah blah. But the way you would do everything was played out, all set out. Look, sounds so real, and you have your parents there, people that have come to watch, and you have everyone there, so it looks so real. So from what we were told, Moremi was not the same after that. Obviously, the offering of Oluorogbo to the river god grieved not only Moremi but the whole kingdom of Ile-Ife. Yoruba people console Moremi by offering to be her eternal children. So that is why today, if you are a descendant of Africa or whatever, Moremi, that was part of the vows, the way what they used to console her. That look, we know that this is the loss. There's no way, it's irreplaceable. You see, but they say from today they're all Yorubas. They pledge that they forever be her eternal children. That all Yoruba race from the day it happened. That okay, we're sorry you can't give your son back, and we understand that was your only child. And I think at that time, I don't know if she still have other children. But from what history told us, Ifa said, she wasn't able to have any children after that. So that was our only child. So that was why they said, for Ile-Ife, they made the vows that, look, Moremi, this thing that you did for Yoruba land, for Ile-Ife, that from today, we're sorry you lost your son. We're sorry we couldn't do anything for that not to happen. But they pledged that they will forever be all Yoruba. They'll be our eternal children. So I am one of her children. You guys, if you are Yoruba or you're linked to Ifa or whatever, you guys are also one of our children. So I thought I would come here today and we'll talk about her and we'll remember her. So what big sacrifice that she gave in order for Ile-Ife. Obviously, from what Yoruba history told us, all Yoruba are, originally from Ile-Ife. You see, so that's our mother there, one of our mothers, Queen Moremi Ajasoro, very, very brave, very, very fantastic, heroine, mother, queen, very, very proud. I'm very rich, and every time that I see our mothers, what they have done, always give me immense pleasure to come out here and I'll talk about them, and very, very, so we should appreciate them. Our fathers are there, stand up all the time, but we mustn't forget our mothers, because without them we will not be here. So from that, I think the legacy that for if you ask me, that was what I said at the beginning of this video, that enough is not done, has not been done for her, for what she gave up. There's a few female residency hall at some university in Nigeria was named after her, and then I think what else, and then in 2017, Oba Ogunwusi on Ile-Ife erected a statue of Moremi in his palace. Has enough been done for her? I will say to you, no, more needed to be done. For her. That's just my view. And I'll continue to campaign to support my mothers, and whichever way that I can do that. That what is rightfully theirs is given to them, or else a lot is going to happen, because I think it's not fair, and I believe the universe doesn't, because we must have balance. Remember what happened with COVID? We're just coming out of it. All that lockdown, when the world is not, when there's no balance there, then things is not going to work out. And no matter what we do, So I thought I would come out here, guys, and talk about her, and we remember her, that the promise made to her that day. So you guys, feel free to read more about her. Internet these days is fantastic. Just Google her name, Moremi, Ajasoro. Moremi, Ajasoro, Ile-Ife. A lot will come, from it, and then you can do more research about this, wonderful, wonderful, fantastic queen. One of my heroine, very, very brave, very beautiful. Can you imagine? You gave up her son. There's no way. The other day I was thinking about, I cannot do that. I can't. Nowhere on earth. In fact, everybody, they can take all of us to slave. I don't care. I am blunt like that. Me Oleshe, I cannot. I would never do that. For what? If they are coming to take anybody as slave, they can take everybody as slave. Kilokun. You see, so that's just my own opinion. So I'm not saying what she. That's why when I look up and what she had done, and I say stand up, respect. You see, respect. You see what she went through. Anyway, that's what we're gonna be talking about here today, my wonderful people. Lovely having you guys here. I know today is Monday, bank holiday or no. So I thought weekend. Today is just free for me, very, very relaxed. I thought I'll come out here. I wanted to come out like midday. I said no, let me just wait. Leave it about early evening, and I'll pop my face here. Wonderful of you guys here. As most of you are aware that I'm a spiritualist. For all your Ifa divination reading, you can contact us here at Alashala. Our contact number is going to be at the bottom of this video. Whatever it is that challenges that you're facing or you are going through, issues such as personal life crisis, stagnancy, lawsuit, sicknesses, whatever it is, give us a call here at Alashala. We have Ifa here. Ifa never lies. Orunmila is always accurate. He will say it the way it is. For me personally, I don't know what I can do without Ifa in my life, because I love Papa so much. I think I am a spoiled brat. Because every little thing, Ifa, Baba, what's happened? You see, and it's always there for me, you see, to guide us. It's there, whatever junction you are in life. That you come to, good evening, good mother. Lovely to have you here, ma. Good evening. I'm talking about one of our mothers here, Queen Mother, Moremi Ajasoro. I've missed you, Queen. Lovely to see you, Mama. I love you. Mwah. I love you, Mommy. That's my mom there. So as I was saying, whatever it is that you're going through, it could be love life issue, marital problems, your professional life, whatever it is, appeasement, whatever, life challenges you're going through. It could be relationship. Maybe you've not been able to settle down, or stuff are happening around you. You just want clarity. You want to see exactly what's happening. It's sometimes when stuff are going on in our lives, we might think, it could be, I had that dream last night. Oh, could it be that one of my uncle? No, I think it's my ex. I think so. Sometimes when you have all of this, your soul is disturbed. Ifa is there to tell us exactly what's going on, what happened. And the good thing about Ifa, which was the reason why I stopped doing tarot cards ages ago, was tarot cards will tell you the problems, not how you're going to resolve it. But Ifa is so fantastic like that. Ifa will tell us, this is what's going on. This is where you are. Then the good part is, tell us what to do to realign us back with our destiny. Whatever that's gone wrong, it's never too late. As long as that person is still alive, you see, no matter what it is, Ifa is there to guide us. Sometimes it's good where you do self-medication. Let me just, there's somebody say, I want to buy money drawing, I want to buy a road opener, I want to, just stating all of it. I said, look, what actually is the problem? You see, because I could easily say to you, go to my website, just point, make a purchase there or there. And then she said, she starts saying issue that's happened. I said, look, if you don't mind me, I would suggest you have divination done first. I could easily say, go and buy this, buy that. You see, because that's the mistake a lot of people. Lori, lovely to have you guys here. So a lot of people will have that mistake that buy this, buy that, and everything that you have bought is none of it actually applies to your situation. So not only are you wasting money, the situation is still very much there. So I said to her that, look, I would suggest you have that done first. At least you know what you are up against. Then from there you can then know how how you're going to move forward. You see, I mean, obviously that's just my own suggestion. You see, people can do whatever it is that they choose to do. I've done my path. So that's why Ifa is good. But if you know whatever it is that you're going through with spiritual, visit my website, www.alasholaherbsandspiritual.com. If whatever it is that you're looking for is not there, you can always send me email, or you can WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is +44 74 80 66 1815. It's also going to be at the bottom of this video. The universe has blessed us immensely, you see, and then the way we go about living our lives, the choices that we make obviously will decide the outcome or whatever is going to be happening in our lives. No one is perfect. I've got my but I also have the confidence and a peace of mind that I'm not alone. You see, I'm not alone. The universe has got my back, my front, my go everywhere at every point in time. So I think that's the way we should all think. But that, so all of this living consciousness that we have been blessed with, they're not just there as all these plants, all these leaves, all these stones, what have you. They're all there for a reason. That's our, and I always say to people, whatever issue you are going through now, it's already been decided in the spiritual realm. Everything that's happening here is just manifestation. What you decide long. So the way you want to be part of the action in that realm. You want to be part of what's happening there. You want to be part of what's going to happen in your life. It's not just someone's going to decide it for you while you're not there. Because some people, all they know is about here. Everything spiritual. That's but that's no problem. Everyone is free to make their own decisions. You see. But I can assure you, that's something I know 100%. Whatever that's happening here, this time, this moment, this day that I'm talking here, is already decided that this is what Alashola will be doing now. You see. And so I also love what I'm doing. But in case something is happening that I do not like, then I want to get where the action is, which is in the spiritual realm. So that I can say, oh, hold on a second. What happened yesterday wasn't my cup of tea. That no, what the hell? That wasn't for me. Flipping hell, this is what I want happening. This is what I wanted in my life. This is what this stuff that I wanted to do. So I think that is where we're looking after our spiritual life. Is very important. Like I said, everything that's happening around you during the daytime is just mere manifestation. It's like a movie. People, some people wrote the script, and they're just looking at people playing it out. Film, you see. But why you want to be part of the crew? The people that wrote the original, then that is what I feel is fantastic. So that's all I'm talking here today, my wonderful people. I will see you next week. It's probably going to be on Sunday. So you take care of yourself, darling, and my darlings, enjoy your week. Christian, lovely to have you here. Henry Parker, wonderful people. Mommy, Queen Mother, lovely to have you guys here. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. On that note, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye. Bye.